So I'm looking back at Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 3: The Streets of Mos Espa. What happened in this episode is in that Boba, he ends up discovering, hey, there is a group of biker kids who seem to be getting into trouble and such, and at the same time, the relatives of Jabba the Hutt, they seem to be going saying, well, we need to get rid of Boba. So they send their Wookiee gladiator after him. I'm gonna be honest and say, while I like, the costuming, the looks for the actors that are playing the biker kids and all that, I'll be honest and say that, yes, the world of Star Wars has always had, augmentations, say if someone loses an arm or something like that. I'm gonna be honest and say, some of it reminded me a little bit too much, like they took, a bit out of Star Trek.
Would you let the Monga charge us a month's wages for a week's war?
Then you will work for me.
Maybe I'm just watching too much Star Trek and all that, but, some of the stuff that they had them wear, an attachment to their hands and all that stuff. I mean, I thought, some of those things, the ideas that were added to lore were pretty cool. Then we had the return of the guard who worked for the mayor, who goes, the mayor's out of town. Mayor's out of town. Go on your way, good sir. Then what happens is, he ends up trying to, get away, but he gets on a speeder and tries to, make a run for it. And the biker kids, they try to chase him down on their bikes. And I kind of like the looks of them. At the same time, I'm going to be honest and say, yes, I've heard the criticism in that kind of the chase sequence is sort of like something you would see from Back to the Future 2, or Back to the Future in general. Like when Biff gets thrown into the manure and all that stuff. I can see that. I can see, the chase can be a bit silly. And that also reminded me, this is Boba Fett, a character who is revered through the galaxy, who is known to, fight Jedi with a lightsaber, who is known to, do all these other things. He's known to be a very feared bounty hunter. And yet it doesn't seem like, especially after Episode 3, he doesn't seem like he's very much feared.
It imprints on the first human it sees. Stand here.
And then, you have a big fight sequence, with, say, Boba and the rest of the folks in his fortress against a Wookiee. And I like the design for this Wookiee. I think it looks really cool. And I feel honestly, that would have been, this idea would have been cool. It just seems like it didn't just say, okay, we'll have a big rough and tough fight sequence, and that's what we'll do, and such. And then we also at the same time have a bit of flashback to, Boba telling the, like, fish people, like, saying, hey, don't you be messing with the, Tusken Raiders because, y'all need to come to make a deal together or something like that. So this episode was just kind of alright. In that, like, yeah, like, I feel like, say, it would have been cool to have a bit more of, when it came down to it, like, say, I want to see more moments of Boba when he'd say, okay, this is why he's a fearsome, like, why he's always been known as a fearsome bounty hunter, and all that. I kind of want to see that. But, I guess I'll see you later.